Hey guys, welcome back to another SciCraft episode. So, now that main storage is finished, we can now finally start with other projects. So it's basically gonna be season 2 of SciCraft, more or less. We moved a whole new area, about 100,000 blocks away from the old one, and now we're gonna do the normal farm progression. We're not completely starting from scratch, so I'm gonna keep my gear, for example. No reason to go out and get silk touch tools and elytra and all of that. So gonna skip like the first couple hours of early game, because well, we've all seen that often enough, and yeah, it's not that interesting. So we're gonna do the normal farm progression. For example, the first thing I'm gonna do is get a good supply of slime. So that's something you need for a lot of farms, sticky pistons, flying machines, etc. So we want to build a slime farm in this episode, but of course we also need to repair the materials for the slime farm. So let's take a look at the design I want to build. Of course, the logical choice for a slime farm in 1.19 would be the swamp slime farm. So this doesn't require us to dig out a whole slime chunk, but we're still gonna get decent rates. So I chose the design here that has 5 layers. It requires a little bit of digging. We could also make a design that doesn't require any digging at all, but this is still pretty okay here. So we can build this one. Just need to take a look at the materials that is required to build this. Of course, we're gonna need building blocks instead of iron blocks. Of course, we can just use cobble. And yeah, one of the big things we need is brown mushroom. We're gonna probably actually start building a brown mushroom farm so we can build the slime farm. And of course, we also need a cobble farm, but we already have that on the server. Sky and Fjord here, built the first farm on the server today already. So yeah, just a lot of building blocks. Tinted glass here is not really required. We can just place cobble instead. It's just not as nice looking because you can't see it from the outside, but has the same properties when it comes to that. At the bottom, using the soul campfire here, I think we can also easily get that. And then a couple hoppers below, and then just need a storage system. So this is definitely doable, but of course we gotta start with the brown mushrooms. But first, let's actually check out the custom cobble farm. So in the Nether, lava flows faster, and since we have water now as well, obvious choice for making a cobble farm is actually the Nether now, just with the faster flow speed of the lava so we can get more cobble. Okay, so let's check it out. I'm just gonna turn the farm on. There's something that was actually just designed on stream. We got pillars of water and lavas next to each other. Just push everything to the middle, and then a TNT duper blows up the blocks. Okay, so let's go. There we go. Also uses the technology, the diagonal TNT. So we actually explode the TNT inside of the obsidian pillars there. And then the TNT rays, blow up the cobblestone, but don't destroy the items. As you can see here, the items are not lost. This way we can have a really fast cobble farm with the TNT incoming at a really high speed. Okay. We don't have a proper storage yet. The farm is really fast, so it's no problem to get it. A lot of cobble for all the building projects. Alright, so let's continue with the brown mushroom farm. Of course, we need to at least find one brown mushroom first, so we can get more. So my idea was we would just fly out and hopefully come across one, maybe in a swamp biome, something like that. Might also be a good idea to explore a little bit around the perimeter walls here, see which biomes we have here. So I was already all the way over there already. That was the location where I found the ancient city for the Nether 1 mob switch. But apart from that, I have not been around much. So technically mushrooms can generate everywhere when it's dark enough. So there might be a chance we would find one in really any biome if it's dark enough. And there we have some. Ah, that was quick. Of course, Mega Tiger is pretty good for brown mushrooms. Okay, that was actually easy. Just gonna grab a couple. But of course, we need thousands of those for the swamp slime farm. So next step is getting a little bit of bone meal and just grow tall mushrooms. And mine those in order to get more of the brown mushroom. Once we get a couple hundred, we can start building a spreading based brown mushroom farm, just AFK it overnight. That would be the progression that we can do in order to get brown mushroom. So I was ready to farm more brown mushroom, then this guy comes across, spawned right next to me, that sells brown mushroom. Okay, I wouldn't have had an emerald anyway. But yeah, in order to make more brown mushroom, just made a little cover here, so it's dark enough. In the center, place a brown mushroom. Then just gonna bone meal it. Hopefully I build it, yeah, the right height. And I can just bind this down. So I got a fortune axe, but it's actually not required to have a fortune axe because it doesn't give you any advantage. Alright, that's the last one. I think this should be enough for now. So we got in total 7 stacks and a half. Yeah, definitely is enough. Should I leave this behind here? Why not? Maybe in 2 years we'll come back and see, this was where we got the first brown mushrooms. Just gonna make a chest here. Deposit the bone meal. Okay. I might have killed some wandering trader around. Got a bit annoying. Okay, now let's head over to creative and adjust the little brown mushroom farm I made a couple of weeks ago. So it's really, made with starter materials. Okay, so here we are, automatic brown mushroom farm. Let's make it even more early game. So what we can do is replace the pot soil with cobblestone. It also grows there. You just need to add a little roof on top to make it dark enough for the mushroom to spread. Then we can replace some blocks. So instead of glass, we can also use cobblestone. And instead of having trapdoors here that save on a little bit of space, we could also place cobblestone again here in the back. First, this also works with the water spreading here. Wouldn't even flow in there. Kinda perfect. And unfortunately, trapdoors here are required. So we have to chop down a couple trees to get that. Go with redstone mining, I guess, for the redstone torches. And I was thinking also about mirroring the farm. So could have the same module just 4 blocks over, because you always need the 4 blocks space in between, because otherwise the brown mushroom spreading could influence each other. I'm just gonna basically, copy and mirror it to this side, make it a bit denser, and then we make a nice tower out of this. I was thinking not go too crazy here to sky limit from like literally bedrock. If you make it 100 blocks high, you should get a decent amount of mushroom, maybe like 400 or 500 per hour, which if you AFK it overnight will be enough for the slime farm. Alright, there we go. Here's our cobble tower. There's actually one downside of not using glass and using cobble instead. I realized later. Yeah, the glass is pretty good because the mushroom can't spread on it, but they can on cobble. So I had to fill in a lot of those gaps here on the side with just more cobble blocks. Alternative would have been to use cobble stairs. But yeah, from experience, placing stairs is way more annoying than just placing 2 cobble blocks instead. So that's why here the gaps are filled, so the mushrooms can't spread there. Okay, let's actually take a look at the material list real quick. Brown mushroom farm material list. So 15,000 cobble, 2,300 brown mushroom, spruce trapdoors, couple slabs, and redstone torches and some small stuff. Okay, so definitely doable. Out here in the sky, we've been chopping a little bit of wood. The tree farm will also be built probably tomorrow or very soon, but apart from that, we have everything. Yeah, Horich was also mining the redstone dust. Okay, then let's build this somewhere. Okay, I think I found a good location for the farm, so I was thinking, why not build it next to one of those pillager towers to show them what a real tower looks like. So about maybe 500-600 blocks away from the perimeter walls over there. Yeah, this is just a pillager outpost. There's one more actually closer to the perimeter, even in case we need one for a raid gift farm or something like that. So quite interesting. We have 2 allays here. We're still playing 1.19.0, so we can't dupe them right now. So I don't think anybody has really a plan to use them currently, because they're quite rare. I've also been told it would be nice to have some ice, so we can place the water sources for the brown mushroom farm a bit easier. I saw at the moment what would be the best biome to get a ton of normal ice without building a farm, and I thought the frozen ocean should be quite good. I've actually never done it before. As a long time 112 and lower player, all we had back then was frozen rivers. But this looks quite good. Yeah, this definitely should solve the issue. I'm just gonna mine out some of the ice here. Also, if I can, I want to mine the ice in a way so I can regenerate without leaving any holes behind. So the plan is just to make a nice square. Then hopefully the water can spread again afterwards. Okay, there we go. Oh, the ice is freezing here already. Just gonna break those blocks and then the water can spread back. Neat. So we got a couple stacks of ice and didn't destroy the landscape at all. I have to say, this could be considered an eyesore. Just this random cobble tower in the middle of nowhere. I'm not sure if you're gonna like this in the long run, and if it would actually come to this, we might even remove it, build something nicer. But it's early game, we gotta work with what we have right now, and that's a lot of cobble, unfortunately. Anyway, I'd say just move on from this. We would have tried hard, we could have maybe decorated this a little bit better, but it's kind of hard, that kind of shape. But it was all about getting brown mushrooms for now, and does its job. So we've been running this overnight. Check the chest. People already brought over brown mushroom to the swamp slime farm building site. So we still have a double chest left in case we need it for anything else. But I'm not sure what that would even be. So the swamp slime farm is kind of unique that it requires the brown mushroom. Not sure, yeah, if there's any point getting a ton more. So I consider this project done. If you ever build a brown mushroom farm again, then it's probably just because the project is kind of interesting or impressive or something like that. Alright, let's head over to the mangrove swamp biome. We're gonna build the swamp slime farm. Okay, now we also need a location for the swamp slime farm. So it's also technically possible to build the swamp slime farm in a mangrove swamp biome. You get the same amount of slime spawning there. Even tested this in creative a couple of weeks ago. Usually it's a bit harder because you need to chop down a couple trees and so on, but I thought it would be a good idea to build it here Then if you have to dig a little bit, might even get some mud in the beginning is also a good side effect of it. And maybe some of the roots and so on. So good blocks we can get from this anyway. Where are we? About 3,000 blocks away from the main storage, which is over there. So I just flew here. Got a couple biomes explored. So in between there's actually a lot of jungle. Also bamboo jungle in case we need that. But yeah, let's find a good spot for it. Should we put it right smack in the middle of it? Why not? Yeah. Alright, so we turned off the mob switch and now slimes are spawning in here. Farm is running. We also fell for it again when we turned this on the first time. It was a new moon. That means no slimes are spawning in the swamp and we were wondering what's going on until we realized some of this happens all the time. Anyway, so let's check it out. Get a ton of slime. I think all the hoppers here are already backing up. We should definitely clear the storage soon. Yep, we don't have shulker boxes yet. That's something we also need to work on soon. Well, we do have shulker boxes. Everybody kept like a stack of the old ones, but we don't have like a new farm. Alright, so I think a working cobble, mushroom, and slime farm is a good start into the new season. That's all for today. Thanks guys for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.